Can I
Sorry.
call myself your friend when I
Oh,
introduce
yeah.
Can I call myself your best friend, or is that too much?
Nah, go for it. Screw them haters.
I'll say an acquaintance.
I don't know how to actually start these videos. We're reacting to the Oscars. I spent all day avoiding all social media. Natish's here too. Hi, Natish.
I tried my best to avoid all social media, but like I read the news and Washington Post like pushes stuff at me, so I know
I
some
don't
stuff.
read the news, so I'm vibing.
And I am a third party.
A
Hello,
third,
you will be reading them out. Thank you.
yes,
I will. The first category is best sound.
this is gonna be a problem. I first watched the Batman when my mom was giving birth to my younger brother when I was 3.5. So I've been a Batman fan for 20 years now. So for any category, I'm just gonna say Batman. I think the Batman should win sound.
I almost predicted the Batman, actually. I swapped it out with Everything Everywhere all at once at the last minute, mostly because I feel like when in doubt, go with the Best Picture nom, and Everything Everywhere all at once has some pretty interesting sound work.
All right. Best sound nominees are Top Gun Maverick,
Makes
Of
sense.
All
course.
Quiet on the Western Front,
Makes
Okay.
sense.
Avatar: The Way of Water,
All right.
Yeah.
Elvis,
All right.
Okay.
and The Batman.
All right, we got one. I'm a little disappointed that neither Tar nor Eow got it.
So, best makeup and hairstyling.
I also went with the standard ones. Most of the ones in my original video, except I think I swapped Babylon with Amsterdam, which is the David O. Russell movie. I know, controversial, but I heard they had a lot of good prosthetics works, and that branch really goes for prosthetics. So I went with the one that had a lot of prosthetics.
I would also nominate the Batman, though, specifically for Colin Farrell's transformation into the Penguin.
All right. We have All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah, fine.
We have Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Well, okay, I'm wrong.
Deserved.
We have The Whale.
Deserved.
We have Elvis.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And we have The Batman.
Amazing.
Okay,
Correct.
4 out of 5 again.
So next we have best film editing.
I have a lot of passions about that. I know EOW should win, but I know it's at least going to get nominated.
Although I think Tar had excellent editing.
I would nominate Tar as well, but the thing is, that branch likes a lot of editing. And they usually go for a slower pick, but my slower pick of choice is Banshees. I also went out on a limb and chose Babylon, because I feel like it's going to be popular, and it's going to go for some text, and Babylon has a lot of editing.
Nominees are Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Good.
Top Gun Maverick.
That's totally
Good.
fair. I keep on rating that movie.
The Banshees of Inisherin.
Hey.
Tar.
What?
And Elvis.
They went with 2 slow movies.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. But I like their list, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a good list. I'm actually happy. Pop off.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Best Visual Effects.
Oh, the Avatar Award. Okay. My picks are kind of boring, except I kind of chose 13 Lives because I heard it's actually impressive in a way I can't understand.
Okay, so my pick for visual effects is actually Yao. I think Avatar will win because it's
Tish, it didn't make the short list. I'm sorry, friend.
Didn't even make the short list?
It didn't make the short list. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness made the short list.
Oh
did
gosh.
not.
Ooh.
Well, okay, that's really just because like
I
guess
was mad.
It did, but not that it should have gotten it over EO.
Yeah, it's like I'm just remembering the last scene before like the final climactic fight scene, and the special effects there were so creative and fulsome and artistically delivered, and like.
But they gave Benedict Cumberbatch a third eye.
Ooh.
That's disappointing.
Okay, I didn't predict any Marvel movies is my point, so let's see if I'm wrong.
Okay, so the nominees are Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, of course.
Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Oh, man.
All Quiet on the Western Front. Avatar: The Way of Water, of course.
All right.
And The Batman.
Let's go.
4 out of 5, okay.
Got Best Cinematography.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Cinematography is the one I changed the most, mostly because the things industry people actually nominated are completely different from what I originally went with.
Yeah.
But I was stubborn about keeping Babylon on there, and mostly that's because I watched a movie and I thought, how could this not get nominated? Okay, go for it, Mish.
Okay, we have Empire of Light,
I
All Quiet on the Western Front,
whoops.
Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths,
Oh man.
Elvis,
What? I I was actively repelled by the cinematography at points of Elvis, I think.
and after that we have Tar.
That's a really
How's
surprising list.
Tar?
Because, yeah, I thought Top Gun Maverick would have been on there.
Top Gun
I
Maverick has
thought
been winning everything else. I only got what?
I thought Top Gun Maverick was going to be on there. I thought for sure the Batman. Um,
I only got one, and it's the one I was least passionate about.
I'm really surprised by Elvis. Which was the one you guessed?
Empire of Light, because it was Roger Deakins.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's not
Uh,
his best work, but it's Roger Deakins. Oh, our free meeting will end in 10 minutes.
Do we have time to do original screenplay?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I'm happy to report that Mark was right about all 5.
nice.
Woo!
So we've got Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fablemans, Tar, and Triangle of Sadness.
Yeah, good 5, good 5.
After that, we have Best Costume Design. Best Costume.
Okay, my biggest gamble, I stuck with the ones I did with my video. My biggest gamble is Corsage, which is just an international film. I'm not that confident in it, but I feel like it's a royalty poofy queen dress film, so I went with the gamble.
I also think the Batman should be on there.
Our Best Costume Design nominees are Babylon,
Finally.
Black Panther Wakanda Forever,
I
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Whoa! Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I mean, no arguments here, but I wasn't expecting it.
I think you've been sleeping on some of the costumes from the flashes to different lives. And
Oh no, I agree it should be on there. I just thought the Academy was gonna sleep on it.
as our last 2, we have Elvis. And coming in that shocker spot Mark was talking about, we have Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris.
Hey, 4 out of 5, and I'm happy to be wrong about this.
After that, we have Best Production Design.
Babylon, probably Avatar. And I think the Batman also.
Our nominees are Babylon, The Fablemans, Avatar: The Way of Water, Elvis, and All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah. All Quiet on the Western Front is sweeping a lot of the technical categories, and we haven't been mentioning it. It's not a movie that sticks out in my mind, but it did do a really good job in all the technical categories.
So we are on Best Adapted Screenplay.
I don't know what this category is going to be, honestly. I've changed it a lot, but ultimately I went with Woman Talking, Glass Onion, All Quiet, The Whale, and She Said.
Yeah, I generally agree with that list. I think it's a little bit of a weak year, for adapted screenplay.
Everything was an original this year.
I haven't seen Woman Talking either, I should say, so I should caveat that. But
I have. I'm sorry, that's not really. I'm so sorry. Cut that out of it. The nominees are Top Gun Maverick,
What?
interesting.
Women Talking,
Heard wonderful things about that. So
recommend, yeah. Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery, All Quiet on the Western Front, and Living.
Huh. So The
Well,
Whale is not going to be Best Picture nominated. Ah ha ha! I was right.
We have a documentary, but I think you guys wanted to pass that one.
I would like to know, mostly because I have a strong theory that All the Beauty and the Bloodshed is not going to get in, and I want to test it.
Well, in that case, the nominees are All That Breathes,
I,
Fire of Love,
I,
A House Made of Splinters,
whoops,
Navalny,
yay.
and All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. Best Original Score.
Woo! I actually have a strong 5, I think.
Okay. Lay 'em on us.
Babylon, and it's going to win. It should. Women Talking, Del Toro's Pinocchio, Banshees of Inisherin, and The Fablemans.
Do you have thoughts, Nitish?
no.
Well, I can tell you the nominees are Babylon,
Good. I was getting scared for a moment.
The Fablemans,
Hmm.
All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh,
Um,
what got
I-
out? What got out?
I don't know if I agree with that one.
We also have The Banshees of Inisherin
That's the one I'm almost getting out. What the heck?
and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Woohoo!
Which
Okay,
means
that-
I am thrilled to report that Del Toro's Pinocchio is not on this list.
Del Toro's Pinocchio had an awesome score.
If you'd like to hear a video about why I didn't like Del Toro's Pinocchio, even though I feel like I should have, subscribe to MapjStudios and leave a comment for the algorithm.
Just do
Do it
that.
anyway.
So Women
You should be
Talking and
doing
Del
that
Toro's Pinocchio did not make it into score. They snubbed Hilder?
Apparently.
Yao is a good nom, I think. Like, it's an interesting nom. Like, I'll take it, but wow, I really thought that 5 was solid. That's the category I felt the most confident about, too.
I remember not liking the score for All Quiet.
I'm dabbing.
Okay. Okay, well, let's move on to Best Supporting Actor. It's getting tense in here.
Whoa!
Here's where I start to have like thoughts. I'm pulling up the handy dandy list. It's taking me a second to pull up the handy dandy list. I now have.
Kiwi Kwan?
Yeah, absolutely. He's got to win.
Yep.
Barry Keoghan from Banshees and Brendan Gleeson from Banshees, I also thought were phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
I think you preferred Brendan Gleeson's performance of Barry Keoghan's, if I'm reading your sheet correctly. I
Yeah.
had it the other way around.
I mean, I didn't do it by preference, but with that said, I did actually prefer Glee. Both are phenomenal. Banshees is the best acting movie of the year, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
like, I feel like Gleason's character in of itself isn't that interesting, but his performance made the character interesting.
That's fair. I think it is just a minor preference thing. I would take Keoghan over Gleeson, but I think Ke Kwan has to win. He has
He
to.
has to. I also got Paul Dano from The Fablemans. I would have nominated Paul Dano from The Batman. Hey, I like The Batman too.
Oh, I also would have nominated Paul Dano from the Batman.
Oh, totally.
But he was good in The Fablemans too. And I don't know, I went with Eddie Raymond, a Redmayne from The Good Nurse. It was either that or Brad Pitt from Babylon, but Redmayne has been getting in everywhere, and Brad Pitt hasn't been getting in anywhere.
Yeah. Supporting actress.
Wait,
Oh
we're
no,
not there yet.
what supporting actor?
Oh wait, we didn't know who actually got nominated.
Yeah, come on.
My bad.
You just decided you were right. So I'm delighted to report that the list I made on my phone during the plane when I couldn't look up anyone's name of the 2 white guys from Banshees of Inisherin is correct, meaning Brendan Gleeson and Barry Keoghan.
Mhm.
You guys just said his name like 4 times and I forgot. Are both on here?
Nice.
We also have Jed Hirsch from the Fablemans.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Judd
Yeah.
Hirsch was in 5 minutes.
And he stole those 5 minutes, apparently.
He was awesome.
We also have Brian Tyree Henry. And you want to hazard a guess who the last person on the list is?
Please be Kiwi Kwan.
What'd you say?
Please be Kiwi
Mark it.
Kwan.
If it's not him,
Mish? Mish?
Hey, Kwan!
Okay.
Okay, goodness.
Best supporting actress.
Uh-oh.
Angela Bassett from Wakanda Forever is probably the favorite.
Mhm.
Although Carrie Condon from Banshees, amazing. We both had different people from Yao, but I think both of them deserve to be on there. I had Stephanie Sue, you had Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, I think Jamie Lee Curtis is going to get in. I want Stephanie Sue to get in. Both are good.
Yeah.
It's just, if I had to choose one, I would choose Sue. Sue would be the one I chose to win. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping for Sue, but I don't have Sue. I have Bassett, Condon, Jamie Lee Curtis, Jessie Buckley from Women Talking, and Hong Chow from The Whale.
So we have Hong Shao from The Whale. We have
Aye.
Carrie Condon from Banshees of Inisherin.
Aye.
We have Jamie Lee Curtis from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
We have Angela Bassett from Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Oh.
And we have Stephanie Sue from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay, I'm happy to be wrong.
Yeah,
I
that's-
thought I was going to get supporting actress 5 for 5 for a moment. That's the hardest one to predict. So I was getting really excited, but now I'm even happier.
in another year, I might be concerned about Stephanie Sue and Jamie Lee Curtis splitting votes. But in this year, I think Angela Bassett is probably going to win. And I think I like Carrie Condon's performance in Banshees so much as a follow-up. Even though Jamie Lee Curtis and Stephanie Sue's performances were phenomenal, and I think Stephanie Sue's is better, I still think Stephanie Sue's is my third favorite performance out of the list, I think.
Yeah, I still need to see Wakanda Forever, so I don't know Angela Bassett's performance. My pick would be Sue, but Condon is a close second.
She killed it.
She did. This is probably the first category where I feel like I actually can have thoughts because I don't know all the special fancy words that you guys use all the time, even though I hang out with you a lot. And I just kind of ignore what you say. But I will say, I distinctly remember a point in seeing Wakanda Forever, because Tish and I saw it together, where we were both like mouth agape at the screen. And like, I can't remember if we said it or if we both just like thought it, but we were like, oh, that's an Oscar-worthy performance. I mean, I really liked Carrie Condon's performance. I still really wanted to be Stephanie Sue. I don't know if you, I know you saw it because I sent this to both of you, but the audition tape she had that came out recently.
Yeah.
And it's like very clear how much of the character was also kind of inspired by her and her performance. And like, it was amazing. Also, I really like the show The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and she's in that and she's great. And I want her to get more recognition.
Oh, really? Huh. I think my thing with Stephanie Sue is everyone remembers her for like the Jobu Tupaki like scenes. But honestly, I feel like the stuff I remember most is actually the ones when she's just playing like Joy, right? Yeah. Because like she really brought in like the emotions from the first 10 minutes, like right there. She was so good. This might be a good time to mention that before I started this video, my mom said I was going to be very unhappy at some point, and I haven't gotten to that point yet. So I'm getting increasingly more terrified the more we go into this.
I am angry that Elvis was nominated and Batman wasn't for cinematography.
That's true, but I feel like my mom was not talking about the cinematography branch.
Do you think it might have been our next category, Best Director?
Oh, Best Director? Okay. I'm taking a huge gamble and I'm stubbornly committing to Charlotte Wells being the 5th slot.
Ooh.
From Aftersun. Because I feel like that fits with that 5th critical darling pick that directors go for. The director's branch is the most artsy-fartsy of the entire Academy. I think they're going to go for it.
I would assume that the director from All Quiet on the Western Front is going to win this too, or is going to be nominated at least.
We have Martin McDonagh from The Banshees of Inisherin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We have Steven Spielberg from The Fabelmans.
Okay.
We have Todd Field from Tar.
Amazing.
Okay.
We have the Daniels from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Thank goodness. Uh-oh.
And the 5th, we have Ruben Ostlund from Triangle of Sadness.
Oh.
Did I say that right?
Both of us were wrong.
That's an interesting pick. And honestly, that kind of fits the criteria too. I just didn't even consider it.
At first, with the way that the website was presenting it, it looked like they were like pitting the Daniels against each other, like they were separate nominees, and I was very confused. But they are not.
They had a falling out.
I know. Now we have international feature film.
Okay, I have a relative 5. Decision to Leave, All Quiet, Argentina 1985, The Quiet Girl, and Close.
I still haven't seen the back 3, but I totally agree with your top 2.
I haven't seen the latter 4. I feel very passionately about Decision to Leave, but All Quiet on the Western Front's going to win at this point.
All right, we have All Quiet on the Western Front. Shocker. Argentina, 1985. The Quiet Girl.
Ooh.
Close. And EO. It's I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. It's just EO, not like the Captain EO Michael Jackson thing at Disney World.
What?
It's the one about the donkey.
I know it's the one about the donkey.
Well, that's all I can tell you.
Korea is waging war on the United States. This is the problem with America.
Mark is half Korean, in case you haven't picked it up.
No, Mark just has taste.
I'm not saying EO's a bad pick. I heard wonderful things about it. But Decision to Leave, no.
Yeah, just from like from the trailer that I watched, it seems to deserve to be on here.
I'm also very sorry, Mark's mom.
Oh, this must be what she was talking about.
Should we move on to Best Animated Feature in a hope to lift your spirits? I haven't read it yet, so maybe it won't.
Yeah, let's do that. If Marcel the Shell got snubbed, I'm gonna be mad. Yeah, I think the 4 is solid. Pinocchio, Turning Red, Puss in Boots, Marcel the Shell, hopefully. The 5th one is where everything's up in the air. I was torn between Wendell and Wild and The Bad Guys because DreamWorks has had a banner year, but I went with the movie that was most recent, and I went with Wendell and Wild, which is a Netflix push. Stop motion, the animator's well known, so maybe.
I will say though,
The Bad Guys.
this is like an American awards show, and the fact that Turning Red totally neglected to talk about 9/11.
Oh, that was their problem with Decision to Leave. It wasn't about 9/11.
The nominees are Minions: The Rise of Gru. That's actually not a nomination. I just had to put it in. I've been looking forward to doing that all day. I should have pretended like it was that instead of It's also Marcel the Shell with shoes on. I'll just go ahead and tell you now, Mark, so you don't lose it.
Yay.
We do have Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. We have Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, tragically.
That movie is so good.
I can't explain why. I didn't die for it.
Banger, it's gonna win.
It's gonna win.
Devastating.
It deserves the win.
We have The Sea Beast.
Okay.
And we have Turning Red, of course.
Okay. I did not consider The Sea Beast. Okay, let's do song. Not to, Lift Me Up, Hold My Hand, Ciao Papa, Applause. We
have Applause from Tell It Like a Woman.
Whoa.
Hold My Hand from Top Gun Maverick. We have Not to from RRR.
Nice.
Lift Me Up from Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Oh, I have 5 out of 5 this.
And This Is a Life from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Ha! I did that on purpose.
You could have just waited like a second, Mark.
No, you couldn't have. I do want to talk about the devastating snub that I think was Four Town.
Even though I think she deserves it, I don't think Viola Davis is going to get the nod for the Women King because the Oscars are the Oscars.
I mean, I had to take out Margot Robbie from Babylon, which broke my heart.
I hope Viola Davis gets it.
All right, guys, we got Michelle Yeoh and Cate Blanchett. I'm not even going to try to fake you out there. We all know. We've got Michelle Williams from The Fabelmans. Ana de Armas from Blonde.
What? Go back. Ana de Armas.
Her performance was very good in a awful movie.
Like, I love her in Knives Out. I love her in Blade Runner 2049. Heck, I even loved her in The Gray Man. She gave an okay performance in the worst movie ever made.
And taking the 5th spot, starring some opinions, we have Andrea Riseborough from To Leslie.
Right. Like, I haven't watched the movie. I don't disagree that she shouldn't have got in, but I think people are going to be really justifiably upset that Viola Davis isn't on this list.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think, like, I wasn't expecting Ana de Armas to be on the list. I have no problem with Andrea Riseborough being on the list. I think I do have a problem with Ana de Armas being on the list above Viola Davis for Blonde.
Best Actor. Did you have any about Best Actress?
I did a gamble and did Diego Calva from Babylon because I thought Babylon was going to do much better than it is. And honestly, when I saw the movie, like, I thought he was okay, I thought Margot Robbie was a stand-up performance, but like, I really kind of screamed like Oscar-nominated actor for me, like when I saw the movie. I could not shake that feeling. I'm 100% sure I'm wrong now. I'm going to put in Tom Cruise instead.
He gave a really good performance.
Yeah, because they like Industry Folk and they like Top Gun.
I don't think Tom Cruise is going to be on there.
Well, we do have Brendan Fraser from The Whale as a nominee for Best Actor. We have Austin Butler. We have Colin Farrell. We have Paul Mescal from After Sun. Bill Nighy from Living.
I'm 4 out of 5.
No. Best Picture.
Okay. So I'm just going to list out my 10 if that's okay.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were going certain directions. I stubbornly stood my ground. And most likely to least likely, I put Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Banshees of Inisherin, The Fablemans, Top Gun
Yeah,
Maverick,
yeah,
Tar,
yeah.
Elvis, and everything after that I can see getting snubbed, but I'm pretty sure Avatar Way of Water is still in there. My ladder Dre is very uncertain. I went with Babylon because I feel like it's an Oscar. It's just an Oscar movie. It's Damien Chazelle. Like, I feel very good about it. I don't have a lot of evidence to back it up. But it does, the Fablemans does have the cheerleader vote, so I have All Quiet on the Western Front because it did super good in the BAFTAs, so.
Yeah, All Quiet on the Western Front definitely deserves the nomination, I will say. I did not like it as much. It's definitely not my favorite war movie. It's not my favorite World War One movie, but I do think it definitely deserved the nomination.
Yeah, and a lot of people were putting The Whale on there. I did not. I stuck with Women Talking. Women Talking had, I believe, no BAFTA nominations, so people were freaking out. But I think the BAFTAs are just weird. I think Women Talking is going to play much better here.
Yep. Anything else before I read it?
No, go ahead.
All right, guys. We got Top Gun Maverick,
Woo!
The Banshees of Inisherin,
Oh,
The Fablemans, All Quiet on the Western Front,
okay.
Avatar: The Way of Water,
All right.
Elvis, Silence, Tar,
Ayo.
Triangle of Sadness,
Wait, what?
Triangle of Sadness.
Huh.
Huh. You know,
Mhm.
it was always in my like 11 to 15 range. Again, when I saw the movie, it just screamed Oscar nominated movie to me.
Mhm.
I guess it makes sense. That's the messenger vote.
Yeah. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Good.
Okay. And taking the last spot, we have Women Talking.
I'm happy about Women Talking. Babylon didn't get it.
I'm really surprised they did not.
I
Oh,
I think Avatar being on, like, I don't think it was bad. I think it was just a blockbuster film. And like, especially with Marvel now, we just get like four of those every year. And I don't think Avatar The Way of Water was so much better than the others.
I'm intrigued by like Women Talking being on this list because I feel like it wasn't in the other nominees or nomination categories as much as almost anything else on this list was. And I feel like some categories where I definitely heard buzz about performances from Women Talking being present, it was not. So I don't know. I just think that's really interesting, especially with the backlash that some other awards shows have faced for not really like for snubbing Women Talking a lot.
yeah.
Just
I thought it was a lock for score, and I thought since it seemed like an acting movie, I thought it needed to get a performer in there, but I guess not. I think only screenplay was needed. Yeah, I guess these are the ones we're gonna rank, Nitish.